Well, I'd like to welcome you back to Dugmer Junction. I believe this is phase number 6 of our updates. Quite a lot has happened since we've done phase 5. Not so much as in a lot's gone on the railway. There has been some new track work laid, which I will show you in a moment. But most of the stuff which has been going on is purchases of new stock and getting stuff repaired and mainly upgrading quite a lot of stuff. I have got my list here because I knew that I would forget most of the stuff we've done since the last update. So I will, if I'm looking down quite a lot, it's because I'm trying to remember exactly what we've done. I suppose what I will do is show you the new track work we've got on Dugmer Junction, and I'll explain how that's all working. So as you just seen, Class 08 fitted with TTS sound has just gone over the newly ballasted extra section of track we put in. From our old videos you would have seen that the branch line used to come up to the station and then go up to where the signal box is now, and there was a refueling point. However, the decision was made to cram another line in. Cram is the right word, because it was very, very tight. So we removed the point and we brought the track around. Now you can see there's quite a nasty bend in that, but luckily all the trains do navigate around it okay. And it just enables us to be able to bring stock on and off of the main line, because we are really struggling with storage. So it just means we can have an extra train made up, ready to go. So that comes around and then it goes under the bridge. So there's now 5 lines under the bridge. 2 of them main, and then obviously 3 goes off into different sections of the layout. This afternoon I've spent time ballasting. I've run out of ballast, so I do need to touch up that point. I've done a little bit on it, and also need to touch up that point. I did try some paint, but yeah, it was the wrong shade, so I'm going to have to go over that and sort that out. But yeah, so this line, the bit of brief history, we were using it as a branch line, as I previously mentioned, and it was literally for DC running only. But we've now got to the point where probably 90% of our stock is all DCC ready, or DCC fitted, or DCC sound, should I say. So we've done away with it. We've connected it up to the DCC feed, the bus wire, and yeah, just like we said before, it allows for an extra train to be ready to go. So I have done a little bit of painting down here, obviously by no means finished, and it's no means a good job. I need to get some more paint, go over that, and then ballast it when I get some more ballast. And this corner, as for months now, still needs ballasting. So I will get around to doing that. So that's the track work update for you and what we've done. So let's just go on to the next bit now for you. So that was the track work, and that's definitely going to serve helpful moving forward. So it's good to have got that done. Next I'm going to show you the Blocksignalling, which I've installed with a CR signal, which is a 2-aspect signal. It is one of many I'm hoping to get installed on the layout over the next week or so. This is the first one I've installed onto the layout, and it is from NR Signals. It's a 2-aspect signal, and it's connected to a Blocksignalling ASP1 module. Now it's one of the modules which allow the signal to change colour as the train passes over the top of the sensor. So the 47 is just now approaching, so let's see it working. So the train will pass through and the signal will remain at danger until the train is passed. Now the train is passed, the signal will go through a timing sequence which you can program to your own specification, and then as you've just seen, the signal will go back to green. So again, a fantastic addition to the layout, and I will be sure to be purchasing a few more over the next few months. So just to briefly add on to the signal part of the video, this evening I've cracked on and done a bit more progress. Now that is still the only live signal on the layout. However, I have been a busy boy and I've done some drilling and I've installed all of the signals. So, and semaphores. So there's one which will come off the bay platform. Now it may be wrong, so please tell me below if it's the wrong sort of signal, because I think it's a distance signal and it probably shouldn't be there, but it can easily come out. So yeah, any advice on that, let me know. But I just wanted to give a bit of a heritage look, because our layout is anything goes. I did want to have at least one old style signal on the layout, and I thought where better to have it than on the branch line. I'm just going to move these labels out of the way so I'm not going to shock the camera. Then I've installed another CR signal here. 47 just passing with a rake of NSE. And then I will move up the line. And then move up to the station. And I've installed a double signal. Now one is obviously for the left hand track as you're looking at it, and one is for the right hand. Now that might be slightly incorrect, because I believe that signals are always supposed to be on the driver's side. So again, let me know below if that is wrong, but it does for me. Moving across to the station, I've installed two further signals, one with a feather and one just as a normal 2 aspect on the branch. Now the feather is there for access into the TMD, however again that may not be correct. I believe it should be a ground signal going into the TMD, so I would be happy to know of any of your comments which you could possibly put below to let me know what the configuration should be. But for now that'll do, I'm happy. Moving across, obviously we've got the signal box over there. Moving across back down to the layout, I'm going to come back across now. I've then got another signal, a 2 aspect with a feather, which then goes off to the branch line. And then last but not least, there's one here for the main line as well. So that is our signals for Dugmer Junction. I have got one spare, but I might buy one more, and potentially, if I follow the layout around, there are other brands available. I might put 2 on this section here, but because not a lot of filming gets done behind the village, I'm undecided. So we will see on that one. So that's just another little bit of update on the signals. Now you'll see later on I mentioned about class 50 is on its way. Well, it's here, and that's it. So that's just going around now, having a little run in. And there's one of the 47s you'll meet on the class 47 meter fleet. So I'm going to go on to the next part of the update now, which is going to be about installing people and lighting into a coach. So the other thing which was keeping me busy yesterday evening was the installation of a Train Tech coach lighting kit, which has gone into a Batman Mark II F aircon. Now that was what was on the previous shot on the update. Now we brought quite a lot of these Batman Mark II Fs with lighting, and we accidentally brought one without lighting. Well, it's not a problem because these lighting kits are really, really good. They are about 20 odd quid, so you make your decision on that if you think that's expensive or not. And then what I also done was installed 12 seated coach passengers, the ones from the Bachmann branch line. Now, you can be sure when I buy some more, I won't be paying £11.95. I remember seeing a video from Dugmer Junction, and also I believe it's Rutting Road, where they were installing hand painted people into their coaching stock. So I think that's the road I'm going to go down next. Have a look, see if I can find the links on their videos, get myself on eBay and get some cheaper options. Now I will insert some pictures here of the Mark IIF with lights on with the people inside, and also just a couple of other general pictures of it. Really happy with that, so I will look at finding a cheaper option to light the coaches if I can, and also, as I mentioned, buy some more people and get some more real life feel into the coaches. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So let's go on to the next part of the update now. And just another little bit to add on to the signalling update. As you can see in front of you now, the semaphore is now wired in, and because it is the only semaphore we've got on the layout and it's 16 volt, well, I believe everything else is going to be 12. I've just wired it directly to the side of the baseboard because it is going to be the only switch I believe that we're going to need on this side of the layout, so I just thought it'd be easier just to wire it straight across, and then we've got the power feed here. So yeah, it's a little push button. You can hear the motor going, you can probably see it going as well. So let's go a bit closer so you can have a quick look at that again. Now I don't know why it's flashing on camera, because it isn't flashing in front of me. But that's another job well done. So the other thing we've done, we had quite a lot of, I think, the HAA wagons, coal wagons, and I'm going to pull this box out now and it won't be HAAs in it. However, we brought 4 of these Bachmann Collector Club boxes for storage, because we had parcels, HAAs, a fast line stock, and then there's a spare box which we needed to put away. So let's just quickly show you one. Hopefully it will still be in the shop. So we've got the Bachmann Collectors Club. I've got these off eBay. Oh yeah, and it is the HAAs. And it's 2 levels of storage. So there you go. That's some of our HAAs in there. So we've got 20 HAAs per box. Whilst my dad has been away, I've been busy trying to sort out boxes. I have not got very far, and I think it took me about 4 hours to do. I think it was about, I want to say 6 or 7 stacks of these. Now the other 6 are in a storage location which have stuff which don't need to be on the layout, but it is all railway related. They've all been done and relabeled. And then I've got the essentials here, which I need for upcoming projects, or which is needed for everyday use on the layout. So for example, I've got lights and signals, which have come handy because I had all my signals in there ready to go. And there's some lighting in there, resistors, switches, stuff like that. Anything I would need, cable ties, anything I need for lighting. So there's also some lamp posts in there, etc. as well. I've then got my soldering drawer, which is pretty self-explanatory. Going to find things like flux, solder, shrink tubing, Captain tape, a third hand, spare DCC wire, pens, all that good stuff, wire cutters, and then little coloured dots so we can organise our locos, as you can see there. So we know what's in all of them. Red would donate sound, blue would donate DCC fitted, so as an example. Then we got our tools cupboard. Now these are just for everyday tools which I normally can't find, so I've managed to sort these out now so I know where everything is. So we've got the cotton buds in there, obviously for cleaning wheels, cocktail sticks for super gluing stuff together, so be really careful, wheel cleaning pads, and then all just general tools I need for around the layout, for taking part locos as well. And then below that, not so much needed now, so I might have to change this one out, but this is the track laying one. Ignore the tape, not sure why that's in there. So obviously my organisation has gone up in the air already. But yeah, this is stuff you would need generally for track laying. Got a little bit of wire cutters, a pin tool, pets for use it for ballasting, droppers, and electrical contacts, spacers for the track. Sorry, I'm bending over from sounding a bit strained. So everything I could need, a little pot obviously to put my ballast in, so I can put it into my ballaster wherever that is gone. I better find that actually. Yeah, I'll find that in a minute because that needs to go in the box before I lose it. So yeah, that's just a little bit of organising I've been doing. Well, found it. That's good news. Guess where it was? Yeah, you got it right. It was where I ballasted last. So that can go in the track laying box. And take that tape out for a start. Otherwise, if I start off putting stuff in the wrong boxes, I'm going to continue doing it. So that can go in there. Now that masking tape is always handy for me when I'm labelling up my locomotives, so I know exactly what was inside of them. So for example, inside the actual box itself, I will put that across the top and I will mark, for example, TTS sound, 8 ohms, and then the type of speaker it is. So going back to my list, there's a few things we purchased recently, or should I say within the last 6 months or so. If you would have seen our last running session, you would have noticed there was a couple of new 150s running around. So these are the Bachmann ones we've got. Can't afford the rail track or real track ones, so Bachmann ones it is. But it's nice to have some which are DCC ready. So they're nice. That's the 150 original in the provisional livery, or whatever it's called. Someone tell me what it is below. Get it wrong all the time. And I'm sure my dad's shouting at the TV when he's watching this going, it's that. And yeah, and then we've also got a 150/2 as well. They are replacing the Lima 156s, which we've just got rid of. Like I said, we also got rid of some Lima Mark IIIs, a full set of those, and I've replaced those with Hornby ones. And I've got a new Helgen 47, which is 47635, which is just over my shoulder. You will see that in the Meet the Fleet for the Class 47s coming up shortly. We have brought some rail track auto ballasters. We had 5 historically, and they were coming up an okay price on eBay. They weren't brilliant prices, but I purchased some of those for the layout. So that was good. We've got another 5 of those, so that's 10 in total. So we can have a nice long ballast train now. What else has there been going on purchase-wise? This was on offer for just over £50 on eBay. I couldn't believe it when I seen it. It's a Railroad 59003. I had to buy it, although it did make my bank account go red for the week and I had to struggle. But you know, when you see them at that price, you can't say no. Moving on to the Brocklebank line. This one went off to Worrell Models because it had a broken gear. No, what's it called? Oh, balls! I can't remember what it's called now. Valve gear was damaged on it. Yeah, so the valve gear was damaged, and we had to get a whole new running gear put on it. So that was really good service from Worrell Models. So thank you very much. Just trying to look down my list to see what else. We've had 56303 come back from Gowerton Parkway, which you would have seen briefly at the very beginning of the last running session. That has had weathering applied and been renumbered. So that was also sent along with 66302 in Fastline. So that's another renaming number, which when I done the Meet the Fleet for the Class 66, I mentioned was going to happen. So that's nice now. We ain't got duplicate locos. And again, that's another top job from Gowerton Parkway. So Marcus, thank you very much. Appreciate it. It's nice to have them back on the layout. And yeah, so just trying to think what else really has been going on. I mean, I've gone over the track, gone over the repairs. Not a lot. All of our TTS sound locomotives have had their standard speakers you get with the chips removed, and road and rails have made a little sum of money out of me over the last couple of months by buying quite a few speakers. So that all needed to be done. As per the last running session, Lady Patricia and the City of Wales have now got TTS sound fitted. There is a clan line just down there behind the camera, which is going to have a TTS sound chip fitted this evening, if I get time. The HSD, the blue and grey ones, now got some sound fitted into it as well, TTS. So I think that's it. I'm probably forgetting some stuff. There's new 50 on the way. There have been some new 50s since the last Meet the Fleet for the Class 50s, but that was back in October last year, so that has been a course of 11 months. So what I will try to do in October, I'll do a revised or an updated or a part 2 Meet the Fleet for the Class 50s. But I won't put them all in there, I will literally just add in the new ones. So quite a lot has been going on. We've had some new stock come in, like I said. We've replaced an awful lot of stock is gone. I know I've only mentioned a couple of things, but lots and lots and lots has been moved on to enable us to be able to afford new stock without having to pay too much extra on top. So that's really good. And just looking around to see if there is anything else I'm forgetting, and I'm sure there is, and when I turn off the camera there'll be extra. I'm going to say cheerio for now. I will put a few trains at the end. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and also follow us on Instagram. And I'm sure that myself and my dad will be back shortly with another update. Thanks again, guys, and take care.